In this video, we are going to talk about ratios and proportion. Let's see some examples. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities or two numbers like 7 to 15. We can write it as a fraction or as in a row like 7 over 15, or we can say 7 to 15. So these are the ratio types we can write, all mentioning the same ratio. We have also extended ratio, which is a comparison of more than two quantities, like say 3 to 4 to 5. Now we can't write this as a fraction because there are three numbers, not two numbers, but we still can do some operations with these. We are going to see how. Let's look at this problem. In local school, there are 190 teachers and 2,650 students. What is the approximate student-teacher ratio at this school? Now we are going to write a ratio of students to teachers. Let's write this down. Now the number of students is 2,650, whereas the number of teachers is 190. This is our ratio, but remember, the rule was simplify where possible. Hence, we have to simplify this to 14 to 1 approximately, because if you do the division of 2,650 by 190, you get 13.947, and it goes on like that. Well, since we are talking about people, it should be an integer, so we can say it is 14 to 1. We can write the ratio like this as well. Let's see another example. And in this problem it says, out of a survey of 1,000 households, 460 had at least one dog or cat as a pet. What is the ratio of pet owners to households? Well, pet owners mean people who has a dog or cat or in general pet. So we have 460 pet owners and we have 1,000 households. Now here the words doesn't mean that much. If you don't know what household mean, then it doesn't matter, because you're going to write the ratio of pet owners to households. So it's 460 to 1,000. Now if you simplify this, you're going to get 23 to 50. Now, instead of finding a decimal, we prefer to simplify and write these two numbers in the ratio. How you can find this is, you can just type 460 over 100 in your calculator, and if it's a new calculator, you should get 23 over 50 when you press the equal button. Or if you get a decimal, you can change it from this button, S to D button, so you can find somehow the simplified form of the ratio. Now is your turn. I'm going to present some problems here. Please solve those problems and show me. But before, I'm going to explain you about extended ratios, which are something like, say, 3 to 4 to 5, comparing three quantities, or sometimes it is 7 to 9 to 15 to 17, which we have 4 quantities in comparison. So let's solve a problem regarding to extended ratios. Look at this problem. The ratios of the measures of 3 angles of a triangle are 4, 6, and 8. So it's 4 to 6 to 8. Find the measure of each angle of the triangle. So if this is our triangle, then we can say this angle is related to 4, this is 6, and this is 8. But if you add them, you don't get 180 degrees. You just get 18. So, what we should do is, after adding the numbers all, we should divide it by 180 to get how many times the actual size of the area angles are bigger. So what I have to do is, for the angle which is 4, I multiply it by 10, and it is 40 degrees. For the angle with 6, I multiply it by 10 and get 60 degrees. And for the angles with 8, I multiply by 10, I get 80 degrees, which in total gives you 180 degrees, as you see. So what we have to do is, we add the numbers in the ratio, and then divide the total by that number, and then we multiply with each number in the ratio to find the actual size of the given quantities. Now is really your turn. Now I'm going to present some problems. You will solve the problems and show me.